Hey guys, welcome back to Boost Hunter Garage. Today we'll be back on my '07 here, the White Whale, and as you can see we got some parts on the table in front of me here. I've actually had these for a while and just haven't had the time to put them on. So we will be putting on this aftermarket transmission pan, deep pan from PPE. I actually picked this up used from Logan Yelton, who owns Logan Built. So thanks to him for selling this to me for cheap. So I picked this up mainly because I wanted to add these gauges that we have. So you can see I got a sensor in here already. So we'll be adding these PowerDriven Diesel gauges here to monitor the transmission. So we got a line pressure gauge and just a temperature gauge. So we'll be putting those on. As you can see, I put the temperature sensor in here already. And because I bought this used and not as a kit, just so you know, if you were to buy just a pan, to put one of these deep pans on, you do need the adapter for your filter. So I just picked this up straight from PPE. Just spaces your filter down so it doesn't starve it. And your stock bolts aren't going to work, so I just picked these up on eBay. I found them. Just a smaller head or else they won't fit to bolt this on. And obviously I got a new filter, so we're going to go ahead and start throwing this stuff on. I'll get the stock pan dropped right now. Get that out of the way, and then I'll bring you guys back and we'll start putting some of these goodies on. Okay, now that we got the transmission pan off and the filter off and let this drip for a bit after I made a huge mess, we're gonna go ahead and put on your adapter plate here so that it sets the filter deeper. You're just gonna use your two bolts that were used to hold your old filter on. So we'll stick those in, and you're going to put obviously the O-ring side up. And if I put this on the right way, obviously make sure it lines up. Now we'll go ahead, we're going to put our new filter on with the two supplied screws they give you. So there we have it. So you got your adapter and your new filter on, so we're going to move on to putting the pan on. Okay, so as you can see, we end up getting the pan on here, and it's actually a few days later. I end up having to just throw the pan on and get the bolts in just because I had to get somewhere. So now we'll move on to putting the line pressure gauge in. One thing was the bolt kit that I bought that said was for an aftermarket cast pan was wrong. 2 out of the 14 bolts were long enough, the rest were not long, so I had to scramble and find some different bolts that would work. So that's part of the reason I didn't get the rest done. But that aside, it's got it filled up. Been driving on it for a few days, but so this next step probably would have been easier to get done before, but I just ran out of time. So to put in the line pressure gauge, you're gonna put it in, you're gonna take this plug out of here, and that's where your sensor is going to go in. So this is on your passenger side. As you can see, you know, from the front, this is the front of your transmission. It's gonna be the second port back. It's your accumulator port. So we will thread that out. Hopefully I won't get a bunch of fluid out, and we'll thread the sensor. And so I'll show you the sensor we're gonna use and just the sealant we're gonna use. So this is the sensor for this line pressure gauge that we're gonna be putting into the transmission. So all I'm gonna do is just go ahead and just use some thread sealant, coat this up nice, spin the old one out and spin this one in with just nice and snug, not over tightening. You don't want to strip anything out. But I'll go ahead and get that in. It'll be kind of hard to film. So we'll get that in, then we'll get to run in all the wires for these sensors. Well, there we have it. Got that sensor in. Actually went better than I thought. Barely any fluid came out. I thought for sure, with my luck, I was going to dump a bunch everywhere, but there was nothing. Also, I should mention, obviously, I took the down pipe out of here. Gives you a lot more access to get in here and work on this. So now we'll go ahead between these two sensors. We'll get the cables for them hooked up, and I'm going to run them. I'm most likely going to go up and over top of the transmission, because obviously we need to go on the driver's side of the truck, because they're going to be going up on the pillar there. So we're going to bring them up and over. Most likely, I think it's somewhere over here. We're just going to go right over top the transmission, bring them together, zip tie them together nicely, and run them over. So I'm going to get those ran, and then once I get those done, I'll show you guys kind of how I routed them and got them into the cab. Okay, so we got our wires hooked up here, our cables kind of tied together, if you can hopefully see it there, and then up over the transmission, and see if we can see the other side here. So I guess it's kind of hard to see, but comes over the transmission, anyways, follows the cooler line, and then goes up tight to the firewall, and through there, went through a grommet there, and now we're up underneath the dash, and we'll get that ran up. There we have the gauges put in their place in the pod here, or in the pillar mount. And as you can probably see in there, I just kind of mocked them up mainly to make sure I had enough gap here. And then I just end up cutting them off and then tying the two gauges together into one wire. So I only have to run one wire down to make my connections just a little cleaner. And I just use these connectors here, just a kit off Amazon. Basically, they just shrink down. They have solder already in them, so it makes that connection nice and tight. I'm definitely no wizard when it comes to electrical stuff. This is my weak point, so just try to do my best to make it nice and clean. I just want to show you guys that, and we'll get this put up in the truck. Probably seen the time lapse before when I was mocking this up. The cables that come from the sensors up, as I tried making them nice and clean, zip time of the way, I was kind of coming up short, and so that's why I was kind of testing this. I thought about putting my CTS3 gauge all the way up at the top. I thought about that before, but once I tried to mock that up, it was going to be kind of weird, going to be too much in your vision and blocking, I think. So I kind of did some zip ties, tried pulling the cables up. I should have enough distance. It's going to be a bit of a fight, I think, to hook this one up. This one's nice and long, everything else. So we'll get this put in the truck and see how it works. So there, we got this all in. I don't know if you could tell in the video, I definitely fought just this second one. The cable was like just barely long enough to get it in there. Glad I finally got it clipped in. And then I'll go to mount this, and unfortunately I'm gonna have to do this again because you can kind of see there it's not lining up right. And down there, I don't know if you can see, isn't quite right. And so when I went to go do the mounting, all of a sudden it just doesn't make sense. It's not lined up because this is a bolt up in here, and the thing they give you is a screw and a little insert to put in. So I was kind of wondering. All of a sudden I go to look at the packaging, and so you can see this is the packaging that came in. It says it's for an 03 to 09 truck, which is an 07. But then you grab out the instructions, and you can see right here 98 to 02. So that's why it's not fully lining up perfect. Very frustrating. And I've had this sitting around for a while, so hopefully they'll take it back and I can get a different one. But I think for the sake of the video and so I can get this out, I'm still going to go ahead and just wire up the gauges, show you the last little bit, kind of show you working, them working. But I'm going to have to pull this out of here after. So definitely frustrating. You know, it was labeled right, so I didn't even think anything much more to look farther into it, but I guess it is what it is. So we'll move on to just getting these last three wires, you know, just to ground the power, and I think just the switch that basically tells it that you got your lights on. So we'll get that hooked up and figured out. Okay, I finally got the power. I mean, the ground was obviously an easy thing. I just hooked up underneath the dash, but finally found a source for power. I thought I'd be able to find somewhere kind of under the steering column here. At first I wasn't using this test light because I couldn't find where it was. Finally found it. Decided to go in kind of in behind the dash here, which I ended up finding some power. So I ended up just using the test light. This is just must be for if you have something else, but anyways, found key on power here. And then this white wire is for your, when you turn your lights on. So I just cut into where your AC and heat controls are, because those light up. So I just tied into the wire for that. So show here, turn the key on. Right now just the trans is below temp, so it's not even going to show that. And then obviously it's not turned on, so we're not reading line pressure. But you can see when I turn the lights, they light up. I guess here I could quickly fire it up and show line pressure there. So put it in gear, you can see the line pressure come up. I think just transmission. Right now transmission temp is it's cool out here, so it's probably not up to, it was working earlier, but it's lost all its temperature. That's why it's not showing, but you could see the line pressure come up. So I just wanted to show you at this stage before I put this back together, but definitely your test gauge, test light, sorry, is what's going to make this easy. I was trying to do it with a normal, like your ohm meter, voltmeter, and there was a lot of frustration going on. As I said before, I hate wiring, so that's where we're at. All right, guys, there we go. We got them in there finally. Something that should have been simple definitely fought me a bit. Like I said, wiring's not my thing. I'm happy they're in there. And earlier I was thinking that this pillar pod thing was the wrong one. But now that I got it mounted up in there, it definitely fits right. There's a bit of a gap at the bottom, but there's no way this could be for a 98 like the instruction manual had. You know, the dashes are not the same, it wouldn't fit that way. Now I got it fitted up there, it seems to fit right. It was just the hardware kit that came with it was wrong. And right from when I got it, that sleeve that was over it was open, so I don't know if they somehow switched them. But for now, I just ran to the hardware store and grabbed a different bolt that matched the stock thread and put it in there. I'll either message them and try to get the correct one sent or just get a better bolt than the one I put in there. But for now, it's up there. I'm happy, everything's working. We can keep an eye on that transmission since these diesels like to wreck them, especially once we start turning the power up. And with the edge monitor, I've been wanting to add some more sensors to that, like an EGT probe, lift pump pressure, things like that. So that's something to look for down the road. We'll definitely add in. But for now, thanks a lot for watching, and please like and subscribe.